Hello friends, welcome to Bankers platform. Today we have come with the memory recall questions which were asked in Indian Overseas Bank promotion exam. So before starting friends, please like our video and share our video with your friends and colleagues so that they can also get benefit of the video and subscribe to our channel if you have not subscribed. So let's start friends. So friends, these memory recall questions are asked in bank promotion exam of Indian Overseas Bank held on 26 September for scale 1 to 2. So let's start. So first question was senior citizen savings scheme. What is the minimum amount and in what multiple we can make the deposit and maximum amount? So the answer for this question was 1000 rupees for minimum amount with what we can start the SCSS scheme, and 1000 in multiple of 1000 we can deposit the amount, and maximum we can deposit 15 lakh rupees. Second question, how to avoid card skimming? So there were various options for there, and the correct one was before using any machine, take a look to make sure it hasn't been tampered with. So let's move to question number three. Question number three, marginal farmer land holding. What is the land holding of marginal farmer? So it is up to 1 hectare. Next question is what is maximum amount under LRS, liberalized remittance scheme? It is USD 2,50,000. Question number five, loans under Prime Minister Mudra Yojana are covered under, means who covers the loan, and the correct answer is CGFMU. Question number six, meaning of juice jacking. So juice jacking is a type of cyber attack involving a charging port that doubles as a data connection, typically over USB. And question number seven is what is the validity of acceptable utility bill as OVD as address proof as per new KYC guideline? See, somebody is there, he is not having address proof. So if he is giving utility bill, so up to what time of utility bill we can consider? It should not be old than 2 months. Let's move to next question. Question number eight. In gold monetization scheme, what is the medium and long term investment period? So medium period is 5 to 7 years, and the long term period is 12 to 15 years. Next question is housing loan, and it is under the priority sector. Housing loan and project cost under priority sector for metro cities and other cities. So in metro cities we can see we can give the housing loan up to 35 lakh and the project cost should be 45 lakh, and in others rupees 25 lakh and rupees 30 lakh. So let's move to next question. Question number 10. Loans for repair of dwelling unit in metro and other areas up to what amount comes under priority sector? As there are the recent changes, so in the metro we can give up to 10 lakh rupees, and in the other area we can give up to 6 lakh, and this is for repairing of the dwelling unit, and this will come under priority sector. So next question is TDS is applicable on rent above dash per annum with effect from 1st April 2019. So the answer is 2.4 lakh. So if rent we are paying more than 2.4 lakh, then only the TDS will be applicable. Let's move to next question. Next question was related to the updated MSME definition. So in that it was asked like small for the, so question was related to the what is the turnover in small enterprises and what is the investment in small enterprises. So as per the latest MSME definition, we can see that for micro the investment is 1 crore and turnover is 5 crore rupees, and for small enterprises investment is up to 10 crore rupees and turnover is up to 50 crore rupees, and for medium it is investment is up to 50 crore and the turnover is up to 250 crore. So let's move to next question. Question number 13. Export credit. For export credit, how much is the incremental growth of ANBC and up to what amount we can sanction, which will come in priority sector? So the incremental growth should be of 2% and the maximum amount we can sanction that is 40 crore. Our next question is, what is the loan amount to farmer against warehouse receipts or farmer produce and period of loan? So maximum we can give 50 lakh and the period is 12 months. Let's move to question number 15. And question number 15 is full form of CERSAI, that is Central Registry of Securitization of Asset, Reconstruction and Security Interest of India. So next question is question number 16, the full form of DDoS, that is Distributed Denial of Service. So nowadays, friends, questions are also coming related to softwares and which we are using in our day-to-day life. So you should also prepare regarding this also. Question number 17 is annual guarantee fee calculation date in term loan in CGTMSE, and that is 31st December. Our next question is question number 18, lodgement of claim under CGTMSE is maximum what period? So for what period we can lodge the claim? So that is 3 years, 3 years from NPA date or locking period, expiry date, whichever is later, and the lock-in period is of 18 months. Question number 19, what is the financial paper? When financial paper to be submitted in CGTMSE coverage for loan amount? So that is above 10 lakh. If the limit is above 10 lakh, then only we have to give the financial papers to CGTMSE. Question number 20, incentive for distribution of bag of coin over counter by RBI to banks. So how much incentive RBI is giving to banks if they are giving the coins over the counter? So that is rupees 25 per bag. Our next question is amount and number of soil notes exchanged over the counter in a day. So the correct answer is 5,000 rupees and 20 notes in a day. Next question is number of digit in UPI pin. So that is 6 digit. Question number 23. While traveling to Nepal and Bhutan, amount in denomination of rupees 200 and 500, if denomination is rupees 200 and 500, how much? Here is a mistake, typing mistake. How much can be taken? So that is 25,000 rupees. So one question was related to what is shell bank. So a shell bank is a term that describes a financial institution that does not have a physical presence in any country. Let's move to next question. Who deals corporate cases in IBC? So that is NCLT. Next question is what is the rate of provisioning in standard MSME account? If a account is standard, so how much provisioning we have to do in that account? And the correct answer is 0.25%. Our next question is as per BCSBI death claim settlement if all documents received. So that is 15 days. Within 15 days, we have to make the claim settlement. So what is the full form of TREDS? That is Trade Receivables Electronic Discount System. So question number 29, account overdue for 31 to 60 days. If account is overdue for 31 to 60 days, so that will be coming under SMA 1. Additional interest claim under NRLM. Under NRLM, how much additional interest can be claimed? That is 3%. So friends, this is the set of 30 questions. These are the memory recall questions which had come in the recent exam of Indian Overseas Bank promotion exam. So these questions will be helpful for those students who are going to appear in exam in coming days. So these are the questions, and there are various questions were related to the priority sector lending and the RBI norms which are updated from last 6 months. So while preparing for the promotion exam, we should focus on the RBI guidelines, and the questions were also related to the circulars of internal circulars of the bank, and it is also related to the MSME restructuring and OTS, also recovery policies of the bank. So friends, this is a set of 30 questions, and you can also visit to our channel for more updates. So please like, share and subscribe our channel. Thanks friends, thanks for watching. Have a nice day.